feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. He completes this to Walker. It'll go as a gain of 4, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment because when out there in open space, I think they expect to get out of it, don't you?
Especially him to create something shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
He'll drop to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
Trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They're going to look throw. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Back to throw, Purdy. Going right back to Wilson. He's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, two's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright and he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Purdy now to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. Past the 20. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Now Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here is third and quite a ways. Here's Purdy.
And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Taken from just outside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Walker with a grab, left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Again, it's Walker.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 48. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Caught by Wilson. And he's taken down inside the 30. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Back to throw. Purdy. Flush to his right.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action here. Purdy
bulldozes past him. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Looking to throw. Purdy. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 32 on the play.
In motion right, that's Wilson. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much of it.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Smith and Jigba in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
In motion goes the tight end. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Purdy. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Derek Hall
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Give to Walker on the read option.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
They run again with Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. Purdy.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40.
We know that the rookie's going to go to a top target like that often. That time, though, maybe a little telegraphed.
And that's not unusual because you do tend to lock in on one of your better players, and when under duress, when in doubt, you're going to throw the ball in his direction because oftentimes you could be wrong, but that receiver will make you right. But it won't happen every time. Good defenders know this, and they get attracted to the football.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Derek Hall able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Purdy.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Purdy looking to throw.
Flush to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Julian Love picks it.
And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 22-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that one complete downfield to Cup. Still going inside the 20.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Cooper Kupp,
78 yards.
and the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
49ers 22.
Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take